my darlings. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Halloween. And welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at what important messages are coming your way from beyond the veil. 3 options for today's reading. Option number 1, you guys get the smoky quartz. Option number 2, your stone is the star stone. And option number 3, Garnet wants to work with you today, my dears. So see which one you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. And let's go ahead and begin. My lovely option number 1, if you guys were drawn to the smoky quartz. Hi and welcome to your reading, my darlings. Get comfy. Let's go ahead and begin. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you connect to the energies of the reading a little bit better. And let's take a look at what important messages are coming towards you from beyond the veil. Third eye vision, reclaim your mind. Okay, so some of you guys could be 36 or 36 could be an important number. What I'm saying is, for a lot of you, my darlings, you have the ability to see things that are unseen by a lot of other people. You have the vision that allows you to see things before they happen, and that allows you to see clearly something that is a very good opportunity for you. The only trouble is over here, what I see is that you tend to question yourself a lot of times. I see you doubting yourself. So let me say this. Some of you might be into shamanism. Some of you might be into Wicca. Loads and loads and loads of connection to mysterious worlds, to different philosophies, to the Akashic records, if you will. But you doubt yourself and you lost this connection. So some of your ancestors are coming through very strongly in this reading to remind you of your ability to see things, especially when it comes to meditation, to visualizations, and things like your dreams. So you could be somebody who has very vivid dreams, very vivid dreams. You could be somebody who feels that something is going to happen and then it happens. You could be somebody who thinks about someone and then this person either appears or they text you or you hear this person's name. Now, your important message is that you now have access, especially during this time when the veil is thinnest between the worlds, you have the ability to get the support and the knowledge that you need in order to make your vision even more clear. Now, the fact that you were drawn to the smoky quartz, it also tells me that you might need a little bit of reassurance when it comes to psychic protection. So you might be somebody who needs to strengthen your boundaries, to strengthen your aura, to feel more safe and secure in order for this vision to become more activated and for it to become more realistic, if you will. Your ancestors are letting you know that the knowledge that you seek on how to activate it, on how to work with this gift is already within you. This is why for the next couple of weeks, it's going to feel a little bit surreal because the messages and the information that's going to be coming your way is going to feel new, but at the same time, you will feel like you already knew it. So it's going to be something like you're remembering rather than learning. But the most important message over here is don't question yourself. Don't question your vision. Don't question your abilities and gifts. You have them. I mean, you're seeing this video for a very special reason. You're looking at this pick a card for a very special reason, and you were drawn to the crystal quartz over here, the smoky quartz, for a very specific reason. Soul fragments, flat balance will be restored. Okay, so this is quite interesting because once again, they're letting me know that during this time, during this Halloween period of time, and from then on forwards, you're going to be able to reclaim what is truly yours. I keep hearing DNA activation, guys, for you. And for some reason, I hear laughter. So let me say this. It feels like, and I don't mean like, like this crazy laughter. I'm hearing something along the lines of not taking things too seriously, because it could be your fear or certain like limitations that you have within your mind that is stopping you. Because it's not like, you might be afraid of things that you might see. You might be afraid that you might have to deal with something that's quite scary. But again, this is not Hollywood. This is something different. This is something that you're going to learn how to control, learn how to turn it on, turn it off. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. I really do. And this is what the cards are saying, that the more serious you are about it, the more you're preventing yourself from going into it fully. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is quite interesting. So some of you might be very much into cats, or you yourselves, you might have a lot of feline features. And no, your eyes are fine. The cat does have 4 eyes, but let me say this once again, we're talking about extra eyes. We're talking about being able to see things that others don't see. A lot of you, I feel, you feel very connected to the energy of the moon and to ancient Egypt. For whatever reason, this is coming through, and they're telling me that some of you, you might have had an incarnation that has a very strong connection to Egypt, to the Egyptian magic, to the magic of the pharaohs, right? And once again, we have the energy of the full moon, because again, they're saying moon magic. So guys, your activation might have a lot to do with the moon. That special connection to the moon, that special connection maybe to a moonstone, to a particular stone that has a connection with magic, whatever it is. Here they're asking you to perform rituals that mean something to you. It doesn't have to be a ritual you find in some book. You can create your own book of shadows, you can create your own book of spells and things like this. But here they're saying that during this time, the ritual that you're going to go with is going to have double the power. Double the power. So they're kind of coming through and saying it's time to activate your magic, to see that it isn't what you might have thought it was before. They're saying you might have some sort of misconception. And some of you literally are witches. I don't care what you say, you're modern witches. And a lot of you, you were witches in your past lives. And this talks about protection magic. So you guys might be very good when it comes to creating things that help others and yourself feel secure when performing magic, or when just dealing with people who are very difficult. You guys have the ability to cleanse people. Should you choose to do it, you have the ability to energetically cleanse people. I don't know if you can ride the broomstick, but I mean, why not? Why not? But you can definitely help people get rid of like some energetic toxins. Some of you, if we're not talking about magic, you might be very good when it comes to psychology, life coaching, mindfulness techniques and things like this. But here all of the cards, they keep talking about magic of witchcraft. Magic of witchcraft and the fear that you might experience, because this card, it talks about fear. and the fear that's stopping you from becoming much more powerful, much more powerful. Yeah, they just keep saying the same thing over and over again. They're saying, guys, right now you're not seeing things clearly here with the new moon. The new moon card, it talks about not seeing things for what they truly are. Somebody trying to scare you into things, somebody trying to prevent you from growing and claiming your power. It's quite interesting. They're saying you need to detach from somebody. Detach. Because somebody is literally taking your power, taking your belief. This feels like a toxic connection over here. It could be somebody that you're living with, somebody that you have to spend a lot of time with, so a co-worker. But honestly, guys, here they're saying like it's somebody takes away your power. And it's funny how you go from fear to freedom. With the Raido over here, a lot of you, they're saying that your calling will take you to a different location, to a very different location. And that activation that I was talking about, your third eye might help you see that place you need to go to. Especially if right now the idea of moving, of going somewhere, seems to hit hard home, yeah? Seems to resonate with you a lot, because here what they're telling me, my darlings, it feels like your home, your happiness, your activation, your blossoming and blooming might be happening in a completely different location. So it's definitely something to think about over here. All right, let's talk to Tarot, see what it has to say when it comes to messages beyond the veil. If they want to add something. But here, my darlings, honestly, I'm reading, even if you are somebody who, I mean, I don't think you're going to be somebody who doesn't know about magic. I'm sure you do. But here I'm reading for somebody who has heard about magic, who has tried magic, who's interested in magic, and who is magic themselves in one way or another. All right, let's go ahead and talk to this tarot, see what it has to say. Okay, this might sound weird, but you're wiser than a lot of people. And the reason why it might sound weird is because you might actually be quite young and being like surrounded by different sorts of people over here, but you are much, much wiser than a lot of people, even if they try to prove it, even if they try to prove you wrong. I don't know why this message came through so clearly, but you need to understand that even if the majority of people tell you that you're wrong, it doesn't make you wrong. You just somehow ended up being surrounded by those people who don't want to see your truth. And right now they're saying it would be the best idea to detach from those sorts of people. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to cut cords, or you have to do anything drastic, or you need to leave your job or break up with somebody. No, but detaching is essential right now, because with the energy of the Hermit, the more you detach from those people and their points of view, the more you're going to be able to hear yourselves. Yeah. And there's an opportunity that's coming through, guys. An opportunity to build something, to create, to earn more money, to take back the power, the control. Because for a lot of you, my lovely option number one, you're somebody, excuse the noisy chair, you're somebody who's meant to be quite abundant in this particular life, right? You're meant to experience abundance, you're meant to experience plenitude, luxury, you're meant to have this energy. And right now, when we're talking about your third eye vision, when we're talking about the wishes coming true, connecting to the moon magic, all of that good stuff, it's not just magic. It's not just magic. It's also about creating something in the 3D world. Okay, you will see the full potential of what you can do over here, and it's going to manifest very strongly in a strong family, and a very, very abundant one. And once again, they want to remind you that you know more and you have access to the Akashic records should you choose to go there. But be patient with yourself, because it will involve you seeing things very, very differently and trying out different things. All right, my lovely option number one, that's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this reading that resonated. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. And of course, do check my Patreon page out with over 140 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, happy Halloween now. Bye. My amazing option number two, with this absolutely gorgeous starstone. Get comfy, my darlings. Already I can feel that you're so connected to the universe, to the sky. You might be somebody who's very interested in astrology. You might be somebody who's knows all of the placements, all of the natal charts, all of that good stuff, the south node, the north node, Vedic astrology, all sorts of different things that have to do with stars, planets, their influence on us. And you might also be somebody who calls themselves a starseed, quite possibly so. Because to be quite honest with you, with your reading, I'm getting a lot of extraterrestrial energy, that makes sense, and a very strong longing for the stars, okay? That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what message is going to come through from beyond the veil for you, my darlings. Oh my God, align your universe. Align your universe. Okay, so let me say this. I feel like a lot of you in this particular option, you guys are somebody who can astral travel. You might be somebody who's very interested in ayahuasca and things like this. But you tend to want to, or you tend to be very interested in getting out of your body, out of your mind, and into different dimensions. Okay? Honestly, guys, it's amazing how many incarnations you had. Amazing. And it kind of feels like sometimes your universes they kind of merge together. You could be somebody who gets a lot of deja vus, you know. You could be somebody who can almost read people, read the room. I'm hearing sacred, what's it called? Sacred geometry. You guys are very, very powerful, very powerful. Give me a second. I'm just like, there's a lot of things going on over here. And I mean, a lot of you could be life path number one. But here they're asking you to align your universe. So it kind of feels that maybe you've been feeling a little bit, I want to say hopeless, I want to say homesick, I want to say distracted, I want to say things like low energy, all of those things. But the thing is, you guys are so incredibly strong. But it kind of feels like you stop believing, or there's something that's really distracting you over here. And your important message over here is to navigate your distractions. Because your energy tends to be quite scattered at this particular moment. And you might be questioning a lot of things, and it might feel like you're going like out of your mind sometimes. See, the reason over here, what your message is first and foremost that you're fine, you're sane, you're okay, but you tend to get very emotional about things, and at some point you got too emotional, so that your system kind of decided to shut down a little bit just to protect itself, right? So if you feel like nothing excites you anymore or things like this, it's basically like a response to you being overly stimulated. So if you've been wondering how to get your mojo back and things like this, they're kind of saying navigate through distractions. through the obscene amounts of information, people who are literally coming through with some sort of BS, because I keep hearing a lot of chatter, a lot of people talking behind your back over here. Yeah, look at this. You're like stuck between new worlds. But let me say this, very much like option number one, a little bit of a spoiler alert. It feels like you're being guided to go somewhere else. And I'm not talking about another dimension. I'm not talking about another universe. I'm talking about finding a home in a different place. See, look at this happy little turtle over here. It knows where it's going. It knows it's not there yet. And there's a very big part of you that also knows where you're going, even if right now you don't know, you have no idea. But deep down, you already know. And astral travel. Oh my God, wasn't I talking about astral travel? They keep saying caution needed. Okay, so I'm going to dig deep into this one because I feel like there's a bit of a word of advice over here. Maybe I keep hearing reroute or... Give me a second. I'm going to open this up a little bit, my darlings. My travelers. Let me see what's happening over here. Oh. Who broke your heart? Who dared break your heart? Healing is taking place. Okay, so let me say this. You're going to fall in love again. For those of you who are brokenhearted, who are lonely for a very long time, you know, getting distracted might have been your coping mechanism. Right now, it's time to get out of this coping mechanism and into reality, okay? So here, when we're talking about the caution needed, they're saying get back to reality, the one that you're in at this particular moment. The reason why it's important is because you're creating a new one right now. And in order for you to create this new reality, you need to be present, as simple as that. And then the more present you become, the easier it is going to be for you to find the way home, right? And you will fall in love again. And I keep seeing like this energy of falling in love again. But it involves you going somewhere. How very interesting. See, what they're saying is, and again, they're showing me a lot of symbols, a lot of religions, a lot of things. You will find a perfect mix that's right for you. Because you, for whatever reason, I feel that you guys can literally go through space and time in one way or another. And that's such a beautiful and sweet energy. But I feel like you guys have been feeling alone. And you're looking for your soulmate, your twin flame, your soul tribe, however you want to refer to those people who will make you feel safe, secure, accepted, and loved. And with this energy of the Hierophant, I can surely tell you that this is something that's going to happen. First and foremost, you're going to find somebody who's going to feel like a mentor. And this is going to be especially resonating with those of you who maybe never had a really close or reliable authority figure, okay? If you felt like you had to do a lot of things by yourself and so on and so forth, and you kept going into the world that you imagined in your head where, you know, you were in a happy family or you were in a happy relationship, or you might just simply be somebody who tends to watch a lot of movies and a lot of series and read a lot of books. And that's absolutely fantastic, but you tend to use it as an escape mechanism and you tend to live somebody else's life. And your beautiful message over here is that you have somebody, some sort of energy. I don't even know what name to give it, but it doesn't feel like it's an energy from here. Does that make sense? It could be your past or like future versions of yourself. It could be your higher self. It could be your guides. It doesn't matter. For some reason, they're not giving me anything specific, because maybe for you, you don't need specificity over here at this particular moment. But what they're saying is you will find your authority, you will find your guides, and you will find people who, just like you, have gone through this energy and came out the other side. Happier, healthier, more stable. But see, you are going through a transformation. A lot of you, you might be having a change in the career at this particular moment, only because your career might have become a distraction for this newfound energy that you're about to unlock. That's why you're between worlds. So don't be afraid to explore new careers, new horizons. Because it feels like there's a very big misalignment. Some of you might just be workaholics. Workaholics. All right, let's talk to the Wiccan Oracle, see what it has to say. The card jumped out over here. Freedom. Freedom and the rune of travel again, the rune of roads. They're saying you're free to go. You're free to go. And I feel for some of you, this is going to really resonate. You are free to go. You're free to go wherever it is you want to go. And I know some of you, you're telling me, yeah, but where do I get the money? Where do I do this? Where do I do that? Let me say this, with this beautiful bear coming through over here, this is the card of prosperity and abundance. And this is also the card of mentorship, authority, a card of somebody investing in you. So your way home, your way into something lies in quite possibly a new job, a new career. You may be reaching out and asking for help and guidance over here. Don't be afraid to do that, because that gives you the freedom. That gives you the freedom. See, you're very close to achieving your goals, but it's almost like right now it's hard for you to believe. When this card coming through in reverse, it's hard for you to believe that things can happen. So you're watching this reading for a very good reason, to remind you that this can very well happen. And it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what you're going through at this particular moment. It doesn't mean that tomorrow or in a week or in a month, things can't change. Things can change like this. All it takes sometimes is just a moment, a realization, a decision, a meeting. That's not a chance meeting, by the way. But somebody is definitely coming through. I don't know if you guys were drawn to option number 1 as well. I'm getting a lot of similar cards over here. But they're telling me that you have been wasting your energy trying to help people who didn't really need your help. They just wanted your energy. They just wanted your energy. There's a lot of fear that's coming through over here. Sometimes there's like a really clear message for some of you. Sometimes when you help somebody, you're actually hindering their process. Help yourself. This is what needs to happen. Help yourself. You're very protected. Very protected. There's a very strong male energy that's coming through over here. You guys could be male, or there's a very strong male ancestor, if you will. This feels very... I was saying that I get, like for a lot of you, this energy that I get, it feels like it's from a different place, but this one feels very earth-like. This one feels very earth-like. So there's somebody guiding you and protecting you over here. Guys, you're so close to having a lot of your wishes come true, but honestly, like the last step is for you to get back into reality and to believe in it. Because you might be watching movies, or you might be looking at somebody else thinking, oh, this can never happen to me, or you know what I mean? But you can have a life that's better than any movie whatsoever. They're saying nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. You guys got the blank card. So you can paint whatever it is that you want over here. Because you have the ability to create universes. The universe that's going to be yours. The one that's going to be real. The one that's going to make you feel all sorts of different things, but it's going to make you feel alive, and that's the most important thing. It's going to make you feel alive again. And it will lead you to people who are meant to be with you. Right now you're going through a healing process. But there's a road ahead. A road ahead that leads you there. That leads you to a place where you're meant to be. So don't be afraid to walk that road, because you're the only one who can do it. Alright, my darlings, my amazing option number 2. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Thank you so much for watching. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email is in the description box below. And of course, do check my Patreon page out with over 140 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. My amazing option number 3, and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to this crystal, this is your reading. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head helps you connect to the energies of the reading a little bit better. And let's find out what messages are coming your way from beyond the veil. Awakened spirit, desire to change. So it kind of feels like you guys have gone through an awakening, or you are going through an awakening right now. It might be quite turbulent for quite a few of you. 4 might be a significant number, could be a life path number, or could be your birthday, or just a number you've been seeing anywhere and everywhere. Okay, so let me say this. Congratulations, you're about to, or you have just literally gone through an awakening. The only trouble is, now that you see things clearly and you see things for what they truly are, there is a lot of work ahead, okay? A lot of work ahead. So first and foremost, the fact that you guys were drawn to this particular stone over here talks about the need to be grounded at this time, okay? So it could be that right now you're going through a lot of overwhelming experiences, and the message from beyond the veil is to ground yourself. Anything that is color brown, anything that has to do with earth, with Mother Gaia, gardening, walking barefoot wherever, whenever possible, and eating more vegetables, earthy vegetables that keep you grounded. A lot of practices over here to keep your mind calm, okay, so that you can stay through this storm that's happening, through that, I want to say, you know, difficult period, through that shit show. I'm just going to say the way it is. Because you're now seeing the truth. You're seeing a lot of things for what they actually are. And I'm not going to lie here, a lot of you, you're going to be disappointed with people or things that you believed in. But look at this. You're being asked to move forward with an open mind. This is incredibly important. So, interesting how I was feeling a lot of grounding energies from you, but it kind of feels like some of you resonate with the context of being a starseed, because I am getting like this energy of galaxies coming through. And they're asking you to move forwards with an open mind and lead the way. Light your own path. So another downside to awakening, if you will, is that you realize that you might have followed a lot of false leaders, a lot of people who you might have thought were authority figures, are not going to be your authority figures anymore. And that makes you feel sometimes a little bit lost, because now you're like, okay, well, I need to find my own path. And where the hell is it that I need to go? You're going to be shown the way. It might not necessarily come from people over here. It might come from visions. It might come from meditation. It might come from messages, signs, symbols, synchronicities, things like this. Either way, they're asking you right now not to rely on anybody to show you where to go. You can accept help, you can kind of seek guidance, but the ultimate decision is going to be up to you. Because you see, you're somebody who's meant to be a leader for other people. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take responsibility for them, which you don't. We're all adults, we all take responsibility for ourselves, but it means that your story is going to inspire a lot of people. You're meant to create some sort of ripple effect. The change in your life that you're going through right now, you are going to influence quite a few people just by being you, just by living your story fully and authentically over here. Expansion. Yeah, you guys are all about seeing things differently. Seeing things differently, seeing things that a lot of other people don't see. And there's a lot of education that's coming through, a lot of insights that require you to have an open mind. Because see, what this whole message coming through is that your path is going to be different. That you are the leader, you are the trailbreaker. And again, you're going to be helped. Here, look at this. Ascended Masters create an open communication. So you have Galactic Healer, open mind, open communication, a lot of openness, expansion, awakening, all of this beautiful stuff that's coming through. And some of you might feel a little bit like they keep saying overwhelmed, overwhelmed. Take it easy. Take it easy. You're not expected to have all of the answers right now. The answers you need are coming, but you need to have an open mind. The more flexible you are right now, the better. Working with runes, working with, I don't know, wooden things. For some reason, they keep showing you wooden things. So you guys might be very drawn to wooden figurines, or like I said, runes, or just wanting to be surrounded by nature, especially things that are brown. Like brown stones, brown crystals, wood. Okay. This is very interesting. Another strong thing that's coming through for you, my darlings, is that right now you need to work with fire, with the element of fire. And maybe creating a little wax amulet for yourself. Because you see, it's like the wax is being transformed through fire. The same thing is happening to you. It's like you're shape-shifting into the form that you need to be for the new reality that you're creating. Another very important message when it comes to this card, it has a lot to do with forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others, but most importantly of yourself. Some of you might be very drawn to chanting, to mantras at this particular time, and this is a good thing. Things like Om Sai Om, I believe. This is coming through strongly. And soon you're going to be faced with the decision whether to let somebody go or not. You see, there's a trauma bond over here, or codependent relationship that has been affecting you for a very, very long time. And I feel for a lot of you, there's this energy of awakening that has to do with relationships. It has to do with relationships. For some of you, romantic relationships. For others of you, it could be relationships within your family. Either way, a particular bond that was either trauma bond or codependent relationship is coming to an end over here. Because here with an owl, they're telling me that you will make the right decision based on your heart, based on the new vision. I think a lot of you are just fed up with the bullshit that people are bringing your way. If we're talking like simply, if to put it down simply, you're just fed up with the amount of BS that people have coming your way. And a lot of you, you'd rather talk to birds and dogs and ascended masters, anybody but people. But not people are, all people are like that. You will find the right people. You just need to sever the ties over here. Yeah, you're meant to be, you're actually somebody who's very lucky. I know a lot of you, you might be rolling your eyes at the screen right now saying, me, lucky? You must be joking. But you see, you don't necessarily always see your luck. By the way, you are somebody who's very susceptible to things like scents. You might be somebody who really likes essential oils, scented candles, but I keep hearing things that are natural. Not the chemicals, but the actual natural stuff that really helps you. You might be somebody, you know, who does it themselves. But there's something about creating a pleasant atmosphere using scents, essential oils. I'm hearing bath salts and things like this. You guys can go in a very deep trance, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but you can go into a very deep trance. And maybe like option number 2, you're somebody who's open to astral travel and things like this. Very powerful. See, it's funny how I wanted to turn it around. This is the Book of Shadows. This is the full moon magic over here. And they're telling me that within the next 6 months, things are going to change drastically for you. You're going to feel very connected to the Great Spirit. And you're finding love. You're finding love by creating space, by eliminating the people that you no longer need. Somebody very wealthy comes into your life, by the way. Somebody very wealthy. But you have been under somebody's influence for a very long time. Somebody who's been psychologically influencing you for a very, very long time. And now a lot of things are going to change, from the way that you eat to the way that you look. They keep giving me a strong connection to flowers, to gardening, and to travel. You might be meeting this particular person while traveling. There's a lot of travel energy that's coming through for you over here. Might be tempted to go somewhere where you feel more secure, more understood, more prosperous. If you're somebody who wants to teach abroad or study abroad, something to do with teaching, studying, educating, this could be very, very good for you. Yeah, loads of disappointment. But see, you're getting out of this energy of disappointment, and you're going to be getting a lot of insights very, very soon. And love is on the horizon over here. Look at this, guys. You're being led by your angels. You're being led by the skies, the fates, however you want to refer to them, but you're being led by the high powers to find your significant other. You might end up choosing between 2 people, but this is what I was talking about when that card of choice came through. Where you're going to be choosing. You might be choosing between 2 people, the past and the present, the past and the future. Whether to go and live with somebody. A long distance thing is coming through. But they're saying the main thing is to remember your own self-worth and self-value. This is going to be your key to success. And another very important message for those of you guys who might be starting a business or might already be a solo entrepreneur. Slowly but surely, you're getting there. You're getting to the prosperity, the abundance. It may just be a period of stagnation at this particular moment. And now comes the time when you have to work with others. They're saying don't be afraid to collaborate with others. You might be so disappointed in people that excuse me, that you don't even want to communicate with people anymore. But the thing is, they're saying your road to prosperity lies with communication and networking with others. You have to be discerning, you have to be selective with who you network with. But here, your wealth and abundance depends a lot on the right company. The company that you keep. This is what they keep saying. Because you are somebody who truly is a magician. Truly as a magician. And now with that energy of being awakened, you're going to be able to work with different elements. For now, they're saying earth and fire. But soon you'll have other elements coming in. Yeah, we have air over here. So I'm definitely seeing a new way of thinking, new contracts, new ideas that are coming through that are going to help you heal and move forwards over here. Because here you're getting your energy back. You're getting your mojo back. You might be somebody who's afraid of conflict or wants to avoid conflict. But sometimes you need to let out all of that suppressed energy in order to move forwards. And this is exactly what's going to be happening over here. The next 6-7 months, guys, there's going to be a lot of changes. So fasten your seatbelts. I mean, you've awakened. Now you kind of know a lot of things. You can't unlearn them. But this is something that's going to disappoint you maybe at first, but then it sets you free. Then it sets you free. So you can step into the energy and have that breakthrough that you have been waiting for. All right, my darlings, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to Patreon with over 140 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.